What's up, guys? It's Malik, back with another questions and answers part 2. If you didn't watch the first one, it will be in the link below, along with my first video for the tee shot. So, I got not as many questions, but a good amount. Most of them were through Instagram. I see I got me a little fan. I felt bad because somebody was like, "Oh, 2 more hours." Mind you, it's 12:30 right now. 2 more hours until you post the video, but I've been out all day. I did have a good day, so that's a good start. But, alright, so let's get right into it. So, the first question I got was through Instagram, and it was, when did you know you were trans? At first when I came out as gay, because I thought by me liking females, I was just gay. And I realized from me researching and, watching other, FTM videos, that most of the guys that I watched, it was all the same thing. They thought that they were gay just because they like females, and they thought they were dykes or studs, things like that, because they dressed a certain way, they dressed masculine, and that was the same experience I had. I dressed masculine, I had long hair. My hair was like down there. And I cut my hair off. It was like lower than this, very low, like that. I'll put a picture in there. So when I cut my hair, I just thought I was cutting it because I was dyke. I was cutting it because I like females, and it was what I wanted to do. I was more comfortable with my hair being short. Later, as time went on, I realized it was more than that. I realized I was getting offended very easily by people who would say just simple words. They didn't even mean to offend me, but words like she, her, I've explained that in the other videos. She, her, my name started to bother me. Basically anything was feminine. People asking why I didn't get my nails done anymore. People asking why my room isn't pink anymore. My room used to be pink. I painted this blue. Things like that just made me click. And then once I realized how mad I was getting and how bothered I was getting, I looked into why I felt the way I felt. I looked into why I just thought I was gay, thought I was a dyke, and the more I researched, the more I came across the term transgender. At the time, I didn't know what transgender was. I've heard of it, but I never looked into it to see, what it was about, or people who had the same experiences. But the more I did, the more I realized that that definition did suit me. And as I began to realize it suited me, I started therapy to deal with gender dysphoria. Shortly after, gender dysphoria is like, when you're just very, very uncomfortable with your body. If you had anxiety before, if you have anxiety, it's far more worse than that. Like, you get almost discouraged or insecure about anything on your body. And that was me. But shortly after realizing that I was trans, I began therapy, and he helped me through most of it. I began to realize my therapist wasn't really helping me as much as I thought I was. He wasn't really familiar in the area of being transgender. He was pretty much learning just with me, and that wasn't a big help. Although he was very nice, it just wasn't working out. So I switched from him. It was for the best. On to the next question. When did you come out to your family? I came out to my family. I didn't come out to them all at once. I came out to them sort of in groups. I tried to tell the most important people first, I guess. It was all within the same day. So what happened was I was laying in my bed one day, not about a month and a half ago. I was laying in my bed and I was watching Sam Collins. I'll put his link up there so you can watch his videos. But I was watching his videos and I just realized how happy he was just being out. Everybody knew. I realized that I wasn't that person. I wasn't happy because I was in the closet. I was playing the role of being gay, dyke, and that just wasn't what it was. Shortly after watching probably all 40, 45, 50 videos that he has on his channel, I realized that I couldn't be a secret anymore. I couldn't keep hiding in the closet, I guess you could say. So what I did was, I'm not really the type of person that likes to voice things out loud. I don't care who you are. You're probably going to get a text message. I'm going to write it to you in my notes, or I'm going to write it on paper. I don't like speaking verbally because I get sensitive, then I cry. I don't like crying. So yeah. So I wrote the same exact letter to my grandma. I sent it to my grandma and she responded back with positive feedback. I guess she didn't seem like she was really familiar in the subject as well. Wasn't really involved. She knew of it, but she offered her support. Still loves me, really supportive. And once I told her because me and her have a great bond. I tell her pretty much anything that's pissing me off, anything that's bothering me. She doesn't judge. She doesn't go snitch to other family members. So I told her, and then shortly, literally almost 5 minutes after, I copied and pasted the same message and I sent it to my mom. I almost choked. I sent it to my mom because I live with my mom. Want to inform my mom of anything that's going on with me. I love my mom. So I let her in. And I was pretty nervous because, like I said, it's nothing against my mom. It's nothing against my grandma or any other of my family members. But I'm just never been the type to come out and tell anybody anything. It pretty much doesn't really matter how close of a bond we have. But I don't like to voice things, like keep things to myself. Unless it's really, really, really bothering me, which it did, and this is why I'm here. So I told her, and same reaction. She was very supportive. She said that she still loved me no matter what. Always gonna be her child, and that went pretty much the same as my grandma. She was a little bothered that I didn't tell her sooner. If I can tell her anything, but obviously if you watch other trans kids or gay, lesbian, bi, it's all the same thing. You can love your parents, you can love your grandma, your uncle, whoever as much, you can trust them as much, but coming out and as a different identity or just simply coming out as something new that people are going to have to get used to, you're going to be hesitant about it because you don't know how to react. It doesn't matter how long you've been around these people, you're not going to know how to act. So I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how she was going to react. So I kept it in for a while. And I finally told her. And then I told my neighbor downstairs. She was very, very supportive as well. So pretty much all around, I got a lot of support. Those are the three people I told first. I told my mom, my grandma, and my neighbor. After that, I figured I told pretty much the most two important people, my mom and my grandma, and my neighbor, which we were really close. So I continued to. I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. I didn't get bad feedback. I got plenty of support. I was like, well, I should tell the world. So I went onto Facebook almost 2 days later, I think. Yeah, 2 days later. And I wrote another letter basically stating this is how I felt. I felt this way for a long time. I hope hope I have everybody's support, and that I was going to be transitioning, and I hope everybody starts using different pronouns. So once I did that, I sent it to my closest Facebook friends and a couple of other family members that live in my town that I live close by. I sent it to my uncle, my cousins, aunts, pretty much everybody. Once those people got it, I got even more feedback. I got people saying, "Oh, what's your name gonna be?" They were so excited to know what was ahead for me, what was the next step. I almost got, and still to this day, I really don't have much negative feedback or support, so that is a good thing. Yeah, so after that, I made a Facebook status, and I basically wrote that I'm trans, female to male, and whoever didn't accept me, then you. And I got a lot of support. I got probably over 70 comments. I got over 60 likes. It went really well. A lot of people loved it and offered me their support if I needed anything. Shortly after that, that's what led me to make the YouTube channel. I wanted to see my transition like a year from now. I want to see my first video compared to my sixth video, my sixth compared to my 15th. I just want to see how I progressed, and also the amount of people that truly support me and watch the videos and feedback, comment, like, share, just support me throughout the whole thing. Next question. Hardest part about coming out. Pretty much I feel bad because other trans people don't have it as easy as I do. I mean, there's challenges, but other trans people don't have accepting people around them. They don't have accepting mothers. They don't have accepting fathers. And they just live in a house full of hate, which I don't have. So I wouldn't know what that felt like. So I guess the hardest part about coming out for me was before I came out, was just worrying if I was still going to be accepted, if I was going to still have the same group of friends that I have. And luckily I do. They play a big part, like I said. Before, I was pretty much in the house all the time, playing PlayStation, surfing the internet, things like that. Now I'm much more happy than I was. Very content with where I am right now. So the things I was worrying about as far as people accepting me, it really wasn't something that I thought it was going to be. I got more support, like I said, than I thought, and I didn't have anything to worry about after that. So pretty much I didn't really have a hard part. Hard part was me trusting myself to come out to other people. Next question was, what happens if you stop taking tea? Luckily I have the stuff right here. If you guys do not know what testosterone is, I'm gonna show you. Take it out of the wrapper just for you. So it comes in this little plastic thing right here. Keep it sterile. I have more, so it's gonna stay there. Right here. 3 milliliter syringe, and I believe this is 23 gauge needle, so it's pretty long. Comes in this. You twist it on to tighten it, and this is the testosterone. It comes in a oil base liquid. And I'll be leaving a link in this corner right here of the video of me doing my first tea shot. But this is basically what it looks like. So that's basically what it looks like. Suck it up and you inject. And if you want to see how that went, watch the video. But question was, back to the question, what happens if you stop taking tea? Well, first of all, I'm probably gonna miss a few. You can comment below if I did for other people who are trans. But if you do take tea, some changes that you're going to have, well, all the changes that I know of, are your voice is gonna get deeper. If you watch the first video, you can compare it to this video. I'm a month and about a week on tea, so you can compare and see if my voice is different, the same, whatever. Leave feedback in the comments. Let me know, because I can't really tell if my voice is deep or not, so you gotta tell me. So yeah, your voice gets deeper. Your leg hair, your arm hair, back, face, all that body hair, it's gonna get thicker. You're gonna have it in places that you didn't have. You're gonna have hair, you're gonna have a chin strap, mustache. Eyebrows get a little bushier. Luckily, I have a lot of hair, but the corner of your edge up will go back. It will recede a little bit. Arm hair, my leg hair really hasn't got. It's a little hairy, but it hasn't got dark that I've noticed. Got a little peach fuzz. I noticed that. It's oily. Got a little peach fuzz there. Your shoulders widen. They get broad, more like a masculine look. Your clitoris gets bigger. You don't want, my brother's here and he wants to know what that is. He's 12, so we're not gonna go there. What else? I believe, I forget if it's lower or more, but your blood cells change. Your skin gets oily. You get acne. I haven't got acne yet. I mean, I got a couple pimples here and there, but nothing too serious. You lose your period. Yeah, I guess I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but there's a lot. I think it's probably because I'm just worried about my voice getting deeper. I can't wait for my voice to change, because
it's gonna sound like a thug.
It's gonna get better. That sounds smexy.
Like a thug.
But the changes that don't change is your hair. Your facial hair is never gonna change, no matter how you shave it. If you get off tea, it's still gonna remain there. If you get off tea, your voice stays the same. Your body fat will go back. So like, it's easier to work out if you're on tea. It's much easier. You burn fat easier. You gain muscle fast. You gain muscle mass easier. That will go back to normal. Basically your body figure goes back to normal. Your shoulders are gonna get, they're gonna go back, but you're still gonna have a lot of changes that you can't change just by you getting off tea. So if you plan on getting on testosterone or even estrogen, I would really recommend you looking up the changes, what doesn't go back, because once you start, there's no going back. It doesn't really matter how far you into it. There's certain things that it's just not gonna happen. Like, you can't even have kids if you're on testosterone. After about a month and a half, I believe my doctor said, you can't have kids anymore. So if you plan to have kids, you might want to look into, saving your eggs before you get on this. I need to hurry up because a lot of you complain that my video is too long and we're already at 19 minutes. But for those of you who don't complain, I love you. Different types of tea. There's the oil, and there's other two kinds. You can get the gel, or you can get the patch. The reason why I did not go with the patch or the gel is because my doctor told me that the patch leaves rashes, and the gel, it's, you know, it's easy to, you know, rub against somebody and the gel gets on them, or you rub against, you're laying down and the gel comes off. It's just a mess. So I rather just suck it up. I don't like needles, but I rather just suck it up and inject myself once a week. Do you bind? Yes, I do bind. A good binder that I have the I believe it's tri-top, I think. It's like halfway on. I actually have it on. I can show you. It ends, so the bind's right here, and then it goes all the way around, and it stops. So I don't have the one that's long, but yeah, if you don't know what binding is, it makes your chest flatter. It makes the chest flatter, basically, until you get top surgery, which I will be getting, but for now, I'll bind. You can get them off Amazon. You can get them off binding websites, female to male websites. They all have all different kinds. You can get wife beater kind. You can get half like me. You can get sports bra kinds. They're comfortable. You're not supposed to wear them more than, 10 hours at a time. But if you're out for a while, just make sure you take it off when you get home. I do. Main concern about transitioning. My main concern was just being happy and content with who I am. Before I started T, I was very discouraged. I took showers in the dark. I didn't like using my name. I didn't like laughing at certain things because I have a high-pitched laugh, or just little things like that. I just wasn't happy. So my main concern about transitioning is, I can't wait for all the changes that I run into, the good and the bad, just to experience what cis males go through. Cis males are males that are born males. They do not have to transition. So I'm experiencing everything that they go through. The good and the bad, I appreciate them, and I look forward to seeing how I transition. I already answered different types of tea. There's the gel, the oil, and the patch. Yeah. Changes I've noticed in the last video, be sure to watch that. I said that my voice feels like it was getting deeper because I felt like I was swallowing rocks. I still do. It's like lumps, I guess. People said that's a sign of your voice changing. My skin has definitely got oilier. I haven't noticed anything with my jawline yet, but people say that changes. I haven't noticed anything with my hairline. It's still the same. My leg hair, it's pretty much still the same. I let it grow. My armpit hair got thicker. I don't think you guys want to see that. No, you do. I'm gonna show you anyway. I don't care.
You got some nasty armpits.
I gotta show you anyway. So, it got very dark. Yeah.
Dang right.
Sorry, guys. And last question. Yeah, I haven't noticed anything else, so I'm not hiding anything. I just haven't noticed anything. And the last one was, what question annoys you the most? Do you really want to know? The really most annoying question I get, and I realize every single trans person gets it, is, and I have to admit, I'm sorry, but I have to put you on the spot for the people who did ask me, because I love you still, but why ask? But Diamond Fountain asks, are you gonna have a dick? Trakel, are you gonna grow a dick? Philangeli, bro, you're gonna have a dick? Samaya, you're gonna have a dick? Over 6 people. Oh, no, over 10, maybe over 15. That's the number one question they're worried about, is, am I going to grow a penis? You can't grow a penis. It just doesn't happen like that. You have to get surgery for that. You cannot just grow a penis. I'm not growing a penis. So, sorry for using penis so much, but I'm not. So, yeah, that's the most annoying question. No, I'm not growing a penis. I don't have a penis. I will get a penis. I'm not growing a penis. So, yeah. Penis, penis, penis. I'm not getting one.
Okay, we get it.
So, yeah. Alright, well, this video is already at 25 minutes. I don't want to hear you complaining. Just like, subscribe, and drop comments below for the next video next Tuesday. And make sure to share this video. I'm going to eat this muffin that lovely Deja gave me. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.